My mother went blind before she died. The feeling of fairness, honesty, and goodness, a lot of it came from my mother. My mother was very religious. She made me go to church whether I wanted to or not. When I first knew anything about life, I was near my birthplace, a little town called Brickclare.
Other children have a hard time when mother's dead.
My mom left from Brickclare in that area, and she died when I was 9. My grandmother, I lived with her, and she died next year. I lived alone from the time my grandmother died until I was 14.
My father's name was Blake Cartledge, and we lived right here on this hilltop where we are right now. He was riding to us back then. That's what everybody called him right here. When he got here from Lexington, he went to John Lester Fair, John Barnum father. So he fixed that little cabin up. He didn't know where he was going. All his folks was gone. So he carried him to town, gave him some writing paper and pencils. So he got him in school at Elkhorn.
Riley was real eager to learn. He would absorb everything that Mr. Luther Henson would tell him.
He told me things then that I can still hear him telling me today. Don't smoke. Don't drink. You got one house. Your body. Your body is one house.
Riley left here in 1943, went to the Johnson Barrett plantation in Indianola.
Ken came from us tenants on the plantation, man. You go to work when you can see, and you work until you cannot see.
And that sweltering heat.
A pacification for black folk was singing the blues and singing spiritual, so they wouldn't drift into nothingness.
When I was very, very young, back in Mississippi, I used to hear, we listened to radio on Sunday mornings, and as a group came on called the St. John Quartet.
They were the famous St. John Gospel Sing. Every time they go sing, they would have a packed church. B.B. King would sing, Precious Lord.
Precious
In 1945, we shared the house together. Riley and Martin was on one side, and Brackett and I was on the other side. And he would set up and play that guitar till 12 and 1 o'clock at night. And he'd keep playing till he get what he wanted. Finally, maybe over the night, he'd cease, and he'd go to bed. And then once you play the blues and the church song too. But now he would sing some church songs.
Living out here, I used to love to go to town on a Saturday. Saturdays was my day.
My earliest recollections of Church Street on a Saturday night was like what you might compare Bourbon Street to now. It was a carnival atmosphere.
If you was in Indianola, Mississippi, on a Saturday night on Church Street, you would remember forever.
People were coming in from the country then, and it was what they called juke houses, gambling houses, was all down Church Street. Church Street was black folks' street.
Used to sit on the corner of Church Street, I believe in Second, and that's when I would play and people used to give me money.
On Saturday night, he found out he could collect some money, and they would get after him about it and say, hey, you can't sing in St. John Gospel singing and sing on the blues on the corner Saturday night.
It had happened for a few years, singing with the St. John Gospel Quartet. I thought that we was good enough to go to Memphis to make records.
Finally, he said that he was going to break away from St. John Gospel singing and go out on his own. That's when he ventured to Memphis to Riley King, that's all we knew, Riley King, until he got up to Memphis and became B.B. King, where he got his start.
You never seen that stuff and that shuffle till the break of dawn.